Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today's adventure, I'm on an unfamiliar lake in central Mississippi. I started the morning off by throwing a buzzbait. It's what I normally do, it's what I'm used to doing, and it just feels right. But I got no bites. And at this point in the trip, I'm already throwing a spinnerbait. I've probably covered half a mile of shore, and I've gotten 0 bites on either of those baits. The guys in the other boat that I'm fishing with, they're dragging worms through brush piles. Frankly, they're having pretty good luck, but I'm kind of hard-headed because I don't like dragging worms. I'm a moving bait kind of guy, and I just struggle with the slower presentations. And I'm not sure if this water clarity has something to do with it, but it's been a struggle. I'm not used to fishing water this clear. Maybe I'm moving the bait too fast. Maybe I need to downsize my bait. I didn't really do a good job of figuring that part out while I was fishing. Well, here's a little bit of excitement for you. Not what I was looking for, but man, that's a nice goggle eye. What do you call these where you're from? Look at that person. Well, I'm not going to torture you with the nitty-gritty of the grind, but as I stated before, buzzbait, no bass. Spinnerbait, no bass. I tried the crankbait, no bass. I tried a lot of crankbaits in a lot of places. Deep water, shallow water, nothing. I finally picked up a worm, and I did manage to get a couple of bites. A small one, and a pretty good bite that I just couldn't get a hook set on. That's one. Now right here, luck smiled on me. A bass was chasing some shad just ahead of me. I managed to get close enough to throw a cast right in the middle of the action. And that joker loved that spinnerbait, and he whacked it. Saw him, and I caught him. That's a beautiful fish. Look at that thing. Look at the colors on him. Well, I'm energized now. I've got one in the boat. It was a fun catch. Now I've got to try to put together a pattern. Well, I did get one more bite here, but I didn't hook up. But I did manage to see some fish swimming under me down below in the Coontail. And that was the key to saving this fishing trip and catching some more fish. Take a look at this illustration that I made for you. Hopefully it explains what I saw. So Coontail is a completely submerged aquatic vegetation. It tops out about 2 feet below the water here, and it's pretty thick. So it gives really good cover for these bass. They can hide from their prey to ambush them, and they can also hide from bigger fish. Perfect cover. That spinnerbait just happened to be what was in my hand, but I've been throwing that spinnerbait for a while. I just got lucky and could throw in the middle of an active school, and those fish just couldn't resist it. But when they're not so active, it takes a little bit different bait, and in this case I switched to a spook, a stick style or a walking the dog style bait. I'm not exactly sure what you would call that category, but I'm going to show you what I used here. It's not a technique that I'm terribly familiar with, so I'm a little bit apprehensive, but that went away very quickly. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, what a hit. Oh, that's a good fish. Oh, that's a good fish. I did a terrible job of swinging that fish in the boat. I landed him right in the middle of my rods and reels and up against my tackle box on a bait with 2 big old treble hooks on it.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Yes, sir. Well, the back camera missed the action, but you get the selfie. There are several lure types where a pause in the retrieve can trigger a bite, and the Spook is one of those types. I had to pause to adjust my camera, and that triggered this fish. My line broke. I didn't expect that, but luckily I have another very similar bait. This one is the Teckle Kick Knocker, yeah. And very similar, and it picked right up where the other one left off. Here's another lesson that I learned today fishing this new style for me. These fish are aggressive when they hit it, but they miss a lot. It takes this fish 4 tries to get that lure in his mouth, and there it is. I got him. Took you long enough, little rascal. Look at that. All 3 hooks in him. As I said before, these fish are really aggressive and not very accurate. Oftentimes, they don't even get the hook in their mouth. It's just stuck in their side or in their belly. And these pull out. Oh no! Right there! There he is. My understanding about this type of fishing is the bite window is usually pretty small. It starts up, they hit fast and furious, and then it's over. Well, this tapered off a little bit. I started getting some bites by smaller fish that didn't hook up, and that was the beginning of the end. I fished a little while longer, got a few more bites, and then I called it a day. I had a great time. This was a fun trip. Started off kind of slow, but it gave me the opportunity to persevere and to learn and to pick up a new technique. I really enjoy this type of fishing, and I'm going to try it some more this summer because the schooling is just heating up. We should see a lot of action very similar to this for the next month or so. Okay, so do me a favor. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And hit the notification bell so YouTube will tell you when I've posted another video. Thank you for watching. Now go outdoors, do something fun, see something beautiful, and share it with someone. If you've noticed at the beginning of this video, you've seen a new logo appear. Well, I'm changing the name of the channel, so don't be alarmed.